Hey there, I'm Sammy, and I'm here to teach you Stanley slang, some of the basic art history terms that you'll need to know the next time you visit the Stanley Museum of Art at the University of Iowa. Let's get started. Perspective. So perspective is a technique employed by artists, architects, and more, in which they make it seem like objects are receding in the distance. They use lines, real or imaginary, to create three-dimensional space on a two-dimensional flat surface. For example, you have a horizontal line that separates the land and the sky. You then have orthogonal or diagonal lines that lead to a vanishing point. You can think of a straight road you drive on that leads off into the sunset. This is known as a linear perspective. Foreground and background. So, objects that appear in the foreground are in the front of the painting, while objects in the background are in the back. Foreground and background can be used to highlight what is important to the narrative and can also help create that three-dimensional space or perspective. Landscape. A landscape is exactly what you think it is. It is a depiction of the natural land and its features to capture its aesthetic appeal. However, landscapes can be quite complex, depending on the time of day, the objects, or the colors. It all creates a unique narrative. Landscapes can also just be pretty to look at though. Tombstone. So tombstone has unique meaning in the museum world. When objects are hung in a gallery space, there's often a wall label that accompanies it. It has the relevant information like the artist, the title, or the date. And this is known as the tombstone. It is an identifying marker, much like a tombstone is in a graveyard. Triptych. So tri meaning three. A triptych is an artwork that consists of three sections. Usually it's three panels that are hinged together, like an altarpiece. You could even think of it like that folding poster board that you used in school. A triptych means three, but there's also a diptych, which has two panels. A bonus term for you today. Conceptual art. So conceptual art is kind of complex, but it's an art movement in which the concepts behind the creation of the artwork take precedence over its traditional aesthetic of value or its visual forms. A lot of this artwork can leave you questioning, what is art? So for example, Rene Magritte painted in The Treachery of Images a pipe. And then he wrote below this is not a pipe. So even though us viewing this object see that it's a pipe, he is saying that just because what we see is a pipe does not mean it's the physical, tangible item. He is challenging this concept in our minds through his artwork, making it conceptual art. And that's it for our Stanley slang today. Comment which terms you thought were most helpful and which terms you'd want to see next time. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and make sure to visit the Stanley Museum of Art on August 26th for our grand opening. Hope to see you then!